What's going on, guys? It's Bill with MaddenProdigy.com, and today I'm going to give you guys a mini scheme out of the gun empty quads formation, which can be found in our Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. Which the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook, I have no doubt in my mind that it is the best playbook in Madden 26. There's a lot of stuff that we do in this that people don't know about, and plus there's some stuff too that give you free touchdowns. Like there's the best trick play in the game. For example, if you catch your opponent in zone, it's basically a free touchdown. So, the scheme that we're going to show you today is going to be more of a mini pass, or a mini pass, short pass type of scheme mixed in with the run. But in our ebook, we show you a killer play or two that you can add to this scheme and basically become totally unstoppable and have deep ball capability. So if you guys want that, our link is in the description, and I'm telling you, if you guys do get it, you will have the most fun that you've ever had playing offense in any Madden series out there. This is the funnest playbook that you can use in Madden. So anyways, onto the scheme. First thing you want to do, you want to have your audibles set as the following. You want to have quarterback draw, quarterback blast, RPO alert quarterback draw, and I like to have out double under. You can call any play that you want out of this because we're basically going to be making audibles. One thing, if you call this vert double under and then you audible to something else, your players are going to move and it's going to be a tell, so you probably don't want to call that play. So I'm just going to call quarterback draw, and I'm going to show you a little trick just to start this off before I actually call random plays. I love running this play against man coverage the most, and this formation, it's easy to read the defense. You look over on the right side of the screen, you see there's a hat on hat, you know this is man coverage. Now, on a quarterback draw play, this is how most people are going to run it. They're going to look for a hole, and that's good. Sometimes you can get big yardage. However, especially if I see that this is man coverage, I'm going to do this. I'm going to roll out to the left, and if you do this right, you're going to get a little bit of a speed boost. So how I'm doing this is I'm pulling straight back on the left analog stick and then kind of swirling around to the left and hitting turbo at the same time, and it's easy yardage, especially if man coverage. Now if they're in zone, you can still do the same thing. You're probably not going to pick up as much yardage as you do against man, so that's why I like running this against man coverage the best. So as you can see, I audible to zone. But you can, and you're still going to get positive yardage, and this is going to annoy your opponent. So there's that, okay? So now we're just going to go to random plays, and I'm going to show you how I actually run the scheme. So you can come out in any play you want. Like I said, I'm just going to come out in quarterback draw. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look to the right side of the screen, and we're going to read the defense. We see that it's man coverage. So if we see that it's man coverage, there's a hat on the hat. We can do what I just told you about. Use the quarterback draw play. Get our positive yardage. Okay, now we're looking over to the right. We see that it's not quite hat on hat over there, so you can call this RPO alert quarterback draw, and this RPO is going to get on people's nerves because they almost have to play man coverage. Okay, now I already showed you the quarterback draw. Now for a pass play, I like to have out double under my audibles. What I'll do sometimes, this is man coverage, so I'm not going to do it, but a lot of times I'm going to put the tight end on a streak because against zone coverage, that's going to get in the seam a lot. Since I know it's man coverage, I can easily hit this out route and get pretty good yardage there. Now, you can either run the RPO, or I'm going to run this out and under. And first read's going to be X in the seam. Then the next one's going to be triangle on the drag. And then R1 will usually be open. Really easy reads. Now if you see a look like this, definitely go to the RPO. Alert quarterback draw. Because a lot of times you can actually take that to the house. Okay, so another play that's really good is this quarterback blast. I showed you about the the quarterback draw. This quarterback blast, you have immediate control over the quarterback. You don't have to pull back on the left analog stick or anything like that. You can just take off with them. And then you can also playmaker at left or right. So a lot of times you're able to get huge yardage just running it up the middle with the quarterback. Okay, once again, we're looking here. Already showed you the RPO alert draw. A lot of times that's what I'm going to audible, but since I'm showing the play or the formation scheme, I'm going to go ahead and just audible to a pass play. First read's going to be X. That was a terrible throw. I don't know why I threw it that way, but probably want to pass lead that down, and that's probably my fault because I didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this one again. So take your yardage and move on to the next play. Like I said, this scheme with what I'm showing you is more of a short yardage scheme than anything else, but we do have a couple of down the field plays too that if you get the ebook you're going to see that. And then also with our Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook, we've already made an ebook on the bunch tight end. You have single back bunch tight end, you have gun bunch tight end, so you have that and several other formations. This is the actual biggest playbook we've ever made, and we've been doing this a long time, so lots of stuff that you can do out of this playbook. Okay, so once again for the pass play, I'm only going to go over this one more time. Out double under is our audible play. We're going to streak the tight end. We're going to look for him in the seam. I'll usually possession catch that in the seam, pick up the yardage. We see man coverage here. We can still run the same play. So first read's going to be the drag. A lot of times you can rack catch that, pick up huge yardage on the ground. Again, man coverage again. So I'm going to ignore the draw, or I'm sorry, the drag, and show you the R1 is also going to beat man coverage. So a couple different reads there. And also the out route on the left side will beat man coverage. Once again, we see that there's a mismatch over on the right side of the field, so we're going to run the RPO. Pick up our yardage there. Okay, so let's audible to the pass play again. I'll show you another good read for man coverage. Now, you can also stem route this out route up to give you some more yardage. Easy yardage, easy reads, because if it's man or zone defense right off the bat. Go back to the RPO. Let's go back to the quarterback draw. And remember, you might need to practice this a few times in practice mode, how to do the rollout with the quarterback. You want to have somebody that's fairly mobile, but he doesn't have to be 99 speed by any means. Okay, now we're going to call the other quarterback run, which is quarterback blast. Easy yardage. I'm telling you guys, this scheme here is one of the most frustrating things to face in the game because everybody's spread out and there's no baseline in this year's game. It's tough to actually blitz this. If they do blitz, you can make them pay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Give me 100 likes on this and I'll show you a couple of easy one-play touchdowns out of this formation. One versus the blitz, the other one versus any match in the game.